Lee Smith.
And Jane Johnston from Blood and Iron Martial Arts. Today we are reviewing the Black Horse Blades Fetter, and this is something we have been having people ask us for months now. When I went to Long Point, this was the #1 question I got, so we're doing it. We are finally here for it.
We want to give it, really give it its run through. I mean, we have beat the hell out of my sword, and Nicole's beat the hell out of hers. I've had different people use it even in tournament. I mean, it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, so first impressions, when we first got these, man, are they beautiful.
Yeah. Like that was like, I picked it out of the box, swung it around once. It's like, damn, this is my sword.
Like, I love this fuller situation. There are so many customizable options that I love.
The double fullers, like double fuller moving to single fuller is just awesome. Nice, thick, wide edge to the blade, also awesome.
Overall, she's a beauty.
Yeah, definitely. So first impressions, absolutely excellent.
So
and
good.
That tip.
Oh yeah, nice, like...
Properly,
what is it? Spatulated.
Tip.
I always forget that word. Okay, so not much of a break-in for these guys. I mean, they are swords, but we'll talk a little bit about the wear, because we've had them for about 6 months now. And in terms of steel, looks, quality, everything is doing really well, except for this little bit of grip.
It's on Nicole's too. And honestly, it happens to most faders that I use. There's only a couple that it hasn't happened to. And realistically, I'm probably just going to stripe with Gorilla Tape and forget about it. It's normally what my plan of action is with a fader. I've owned, I don't even know how many faders at this point, but its wear period is excellent. Cross guards haven't bent. That's a big plus for me. I've almost always been my cross guards within the first few months. And this one, like the Doughbringer, which it replaced, I mean, again, that's the only other one that's had that hold up. That said, the edge wear is extremely good. I have beat the hell out of this. I hit it against a lot of different swords. I fight with it regularly, like 3 to 4 times a week. And so I really put this fader through its test. And we don't fence lightly here at Blood and Iron. So it gives you an idea of how much abuse I can put on one sword. And it still hasn't taken a set from hard thrusts. The spatulated tip is still perfect. And with a few little, and I mean, I don't even maintain, sadly enough, I don't really maintain the sword other than a bit of oil on it, which I probably should do more of. And even with that, even with my negligence, this sword is excellent.
Yeah, so that moves us along really nicely into the things we like. Like, durability is huge with these guys, especially in the blade. We have been thrilled so far. Yeah, no issues basically so far with these guys. We're really enjoying them.
Yeah.
One thing I will say, I have a huge appreciation for the customer service at Black Horse Blades. They were at Long Point, and I know there were more than a few occasions where they would have a sword break or something just wouldn't go super well, and immediately they were right on it, fixing it just on the spot. And I know they're not just like that at events, they're like that all over the place. So I really appreciate the customer service that they offer as well.
Yeah, I've had a few conversations with Logan Black, and I mean, great guy, really knows what he's doing and really has an idea of what he wants a fader and really stands by his products, and it's something that we can definitely all appreciate.
Definitely. Another thing I really like is all of the customizable options. You can get all of the colors of the rainbow basically in leather or in cord wrapping for your grip. There are several different kinds of shilts, like everything basically can be made the way you want it, which is really, really nice.
And unlike a lot of swords in the market that are peened, these actually have a nut construction here. So basically it's a hex nut. You can just tighten it if it gets a little loose or take it apart. I haven't taken it apart, but when it gets a little loose, you just tighten it up and good to go. Nicole's took 6 months for it to untighten. So, I mean, the fit on this is excellent. I have zero complaints, especially from a sword like this. It's like, has a nut construction. Normally that will loosen within, I don't know, a few days of using it at best. Things we don't like, and that's a pretty short list on this sword. One, obviously the aforementioned grip fraying. I don't like it, but it happens to all swords, so I'm not upset about it. The other thing too is this little lip on the crossguard. I didn't realize that there was an option not to have that, or I definitely wouldn't have it. The reason I don't like it is I find it makes grip changes very difficult. I'm not able to flick my finger up and switch quickly. I have to come up and around it. Now that seems very trivial for most people, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist in my fighting, and any kind of like
resistance.
Yeah, any kind of resistance when I'm changing grips affects my fight, and what I'll end up probably doing is just grinding this off, so it's a quick switch, no issues. With that small thing, I probably could just order a new crossguard and change it out. So those are two small things I don't like. And I mean...
But honestly, it's super, super minor. Like, they're two very easy fixes. One of them already is fixed. The other one is a very common issue in fetters and something that's really not a big deal at all. And so we're very happy with these swords.
Yeah, and considering the wear is extremely good after 6 months, 0 issue.
Overall impressions of this are really, really good. I feel like we're kind of gushing about these swords, but they are well worth gushing over. Like, there's really nothing wrong with them, per se. They're very nice.
Honestly, when the Doughbringer first came out, it was like the sword that... It was the best sword on the market.
The Ferrari of fetters, if you will.
This is the new Ferrari of fetters. And honestly, probably the best one on the market. The only thing I would want changed for myself is I find as I'm getting bigger, thanks to TJ, that I'd like a longer grip. At the time I ordered this was not possible. He hasn't updated me on a possibility of eventually having a longer gripped fader. Would be the only thing I would like, and that's a personal preference. I prefer a longer grip on my sword. Just
but
how I'm
knowing
built.
the customer service and his willingness to work with people, that's something that I'm sure will come in the future. And if it doesn't, he's always very open to that. And for me, customer service is a really big thing, and that gives him 2 thumbs up all by itself.
Easy.
But overall, this sword, hardcore, 2 thumbs up.
Probably like I said, it's nice to have a manufacturer on the market that's making a top tier fader and has top tier customer service. And the price, considering, is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it's $580 USD. You can get it off the Black Horse Blades website. This one is the Workhorse fetter, which has lots of customizable options if you're into that sort of thing. But overall, highly recommend this fetter if you're looking for something that's going to last you a really long time and give you a lot of quality of experience. Really, really good. Yep. So that's been our review on the Black Horse Blades Workhorse fetter. If you have any questions, comments, let us know down below. We're also looking for new things to review. So let us know what you want to see. Bye-bye now.